All right, great. So, welcome to our ERCO Epicenter webinar. We're so happy to be able to have the opportunity to explain some more things in depth or answer any questions that you may have. And we're just going to quickly run through some of the different things that we've gotten questions about. And additionally, we'll be answering any questions at the end that any of you may have. So, I just want to introduce myself first. My name is Brian Anderson. I work here at ERCO as one of your administrators for ERCO.
And I am Sonia Lunsford with ERCO, and I'm the administrative assistant, and I am the liaison with Epicenter as well.
Awesome. So we're just going to dive right in and just get right into some of the different things that we have received feedback and questions about. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to dive right in. So the first thing that I wanted to go over was accessing Epicenter. So when you navigate or try to get into your account, first things first, you have to be able to get there. So you're going to go to epicenternow.org, and that'll take you to this page that you should be able to see here. There's a login button in the top right corner. And then when you click that login, I was already had my credentials typed in, so it took me to the main page, but you would then type in your username or email and password, and it would bring you to this, which is our Epicenter homepage. So when we're talking about having access, there are also a few questions on how to add new members. Currently, there aren't any additional forms or documents you have to fill out to access or to ask for access for any of your school members or administrators or treasurers. All you would need to do is email myself or Sonia, and we would be able to add you as well as update any permissions that you might need help with. So whatever you need access to, we can help you out with that. So we're going to kind of give a quick rundown of the different things on the home page. And actually, first, I want to kind of point you in the direction of this bottom right corner here, which is the Epicenter Professional Learning tab. And for anyone who is logging in for the first time and you have any general questions, this is a great tool. So I'm going to click on that now. It is going to take you to a separate website, which is basically where you can receive training on some of the basic, as it says, learning the basics of Epicenter. And then you follow the instructions, essentially clicking on the enroll button over here on the right side, and that will take you through to the course. It should take about an hour, as it has said over here. So this is definitely a great resource if you are just getting access or you have any questions on how to just operate any of the basic functions of Epicenter. And that's some of the things we're going to go through today. So I hope we cover all of our bases and answer any questions. So we're going to head back to our main page, and you're going to notice a whole bunch of things. It's throwing a lot at you all at once. So we'll just take it tab by tab. So if you go over to the left panel, this is where a lot of your menus and all the different things that you need to access are going to be. We have our board center up here on the top, management center, just for our educational management organizations, school center, which is where you can access some of the different information for your school, or if you are dealing with multiple schools or multiple campuses, you can access a lot of that information there. This is for our internal use here at ERCO. Compliance center is where you can see a lot of the different requirements that you currently have, as well as seeing your calendar. So I'm going to click on that really quickly. We'll kind of show you the different ways that we can navigate that. So just going down, and it'll populate with your schools in this tab, but essentially you can go through, and one of my favorite things to use in the Compliance Center tab is the calendar. So the calendar will give you exactly that, a calendar of all of the different items you have due on the dates that they're due. as well as the date in which you'll receive a notification even before it's due. So this is a great resource for anybody who's just looking to see, look ahead and kind of plan how you want to go about submitting your items. And that is in the calendar tab under the compliance center. All right, and we'll head back to the home page. So I also wanted to point out, or going back down our tabs, we have our document center here, which we will kind of go a little bit more in depth with that later. So I'll just hold on that for a second. In the top left corner, you will see your task queue. As you can see, I've gotten a few new tasks recently, and this will populate immediately. So as soon as either we as ERCO send a requirement your way, or if you have anything internally within your school that you need to have a look at that someone has sent you, it will go straight into your task queue. This is a great, or this is the location in which you'll see anything that you specifically need to do in Epicenter, whether that's uploading documents, whether your school or board uses that to approve documents on your own terms. So I definitely do believe that that's a great resource that schools can use, and boards as well. And even before you submit it to either us as ERCO or to ODE, this is a great resource that you guys can be able to use within your own organizations. So next, in navigating our home page, we have this square which says documents. So this is a mini document center tab. So if let's say I'm looking for something, I don't really know what it's called. I know it's one of the compliance requirements. I think I know what the number is, but I have no idea what it's called. So this is a great tool. It'll autocomplete some of the different things you are typing in. So let's say I type in 105. So I knew it was 105, but now I know that it is the Conduct of Academic Prevention and Intervention Services Policy. And from there, I can click on that and it'll take me to Document Center for any items that are currently in there for my school or for my multiple schools. So this is a really cool, quick tool that I like to use in just navigating Epicenter. And it definitely is helpful in finding what you're looking for. Granted, this is helpful in finding things that are already uploaded into Epicenter. So if it's something that your school doesn't deal with, it might not populate, but still, you'll probably be looking for something that you deal with on a regular basis. Similarly, we have our contacts tab here, which if you need to look up anyone's contact information, phone number, email, if they have populated that, and their profile, you can do that here. So I'll look up myself here. So my name is Brian Anderson, and it autocompletes there. I can also just type in my first name, B, Brian, nobody's named Bria. Huh. Well, most likely you'll have to use your last name. So let's go here. And then that'll take you to the profile of whoever you're looking for. And there's one other thing that I wanted to point out on your profile page. So this is how you would look up someone else's profile. Once again, you can see like an email. If I had populated that with my phone number, you would be able to see that as well. So this is a great tool for looking up people's information. And then in terms of dealing with your own profile, what other people see, you can go up here to this right-hand corner. Your name as well as the organization you're dealing with should be up here. So you can click on that and then you can go to your profile. And one thing I did want to point out with this, we have had some questions or issues with receiving notifications. So like I said, this has my email. It was the same as the profile page before, but you can also from here delegate how you will receive notifications. So if you see here on my task weekly reminders, as well as my new task notifications, I can determine when I will see those. So I have a better idea of when those will be coming in. So if you have an issue where Epicenter emails or notifications are getting sent to your spam folder, it might help if you were getting those less often. So I do have them set to immediate. So whenever someone does put something in my task queue, I will get it immediately, but you can change that. So we'll go up to this pencil on this right-hand side, and that will allow me to edit my profile. So I'll scroll all the way to the bottom for my task notification settings. And there I can either set it to immediate. I can disable my task notifications, which I may not necessarily advise, but if you're checking it every day and you are in there all the time, you can totally do that as well. Or you can receive your notifications nightly. So just one email a day for the different tasks that you have coming through. It will go to your email, as well as the weekly task reminder, which I think is a great tool for kind of keeping on track with whatever is coming up that week or whatever you have to do for from the previous week. So make sure that these are enabled and make sure that it's conducive to the frequency with which you check Epicenter. So I'm going to save these settings. So this is your profile in a nutshell. You can edit pretty much anything about yourself from here. You can also navigate the different organizations you're a part of. So I'm currently only a part of ERCO. So that is the one drop down that I have for my organizations. As well, you can also set up two-factor or two-step verification for a little more security on your profile. And you can access your login information as well from here. So now we'll head back to our home page. And now we'll kind of go a little bit more in depth with Document Center. We already talked about our task queue, which will show you everything that you have due, whether that is things that you need to submit in your due tab or things you need to approve or review on these tabs over here. So we're kind of going to go into the Document Center tab. Once again, we've gone through the search function, which is very helpful. But if we go directly into the tab, you will have that same search function here, as well as some more options. So you can do it for a specific school. Let's say I use 105 again, and I click on that here. It'll autocomplete for me, as well as I can search up any entity that I want to use, whether that's your school or your board. And then I can set a date that was submitted on if I'm looking for a specific version of that document. So this is a great useful tool for looking up your documents. It's great for your boards if there's any policies that they need to find or re-review. It's great for the schools. This is where you have access to pretty much all of your documents or anything that you've submitted up into Epicenter. So I did want to go over briefly as well the submission upload process, which has caused some confusion for some of our newer members to Epicenter. So if we go into, or if I come into Epicenter and I want to upload a document that is not in my task queue, I would come to Document Center. So this page right here is where I would come. I would go to this top right button here, which is the darker shaded of gray piece of paper with an arrow on it. So this is submission upload. So from here, I would click on that button. And there are two different kinds of submission upload that I kind of wanted to review here with you. So we're going to select an entity type. So me, as a part of ERCO, some of the different documents I would upload would maybe be for some of our internal tasks. So if I wanted to, or you might encounter two different kinds of document uploads. So there's a file upload and a certificate of completion, which has caused some confusion in the past. So a file upload is exactly what it sounds like. You go in, you type in the information you need, and then you would upload whatever file is affiliated with that page. So let's say I want to update our ODE report, and I would go through this entire process. The entity will be whatever school you're operating with. So since I'm working with our internal documentation, I would go in and select internal, and then I can select the dates for my submission. enter any narrative that I want to put in, any additional information that I want to, that is relevant to my upload. And then I would click here and attach a file. And that is how I would do a file upload. So it's pretty simple. A lot of you have done that before. So I want to go back, and this is our document center once again. And we're going to go over here to submission upload. So going about doing our certificate of completion upload, it looks similar, but not quite the same. So once again, I'm going to go into our internal center. And let's say I have a document that I need to complete that's outside of Epicenter. So one thing that we have done, because one of the current capabilities of Epicenter do not allow us to provide surveys within Epicenter. So if we have an online form or an online survey that we want to provide, we might have a link that we want you to fill out, but we may not have an interface or have an ability for you to upload and something submitted online to us. So what we would do was provide you with a link, either via email or via the task that is provided to you. And then you would go in and fill out that link. And then there would essentially be nothing for you to upload into Epicenter file-wise. So once again, I'm going to internal. So for a certificate of completion, you'll see it says it here. All you will do instead of clicking that file upload button is just click I certify that this has been completed. And from there, we can go in and verify. Your reviewer or approver will review and ensure that everything has been done correctly. And then you will get approved in the same way that a file upload would have been. So this is a very simple process, but it is easy to miss this checkbox if you're looking for something different. All right. So that is how we go about doing file uploads in Document Center. And now we've gone through some of the different basics for upload, which has been some of the issues that we have been having over the past few months. So I hope that answered a lot of the questions that you do have. And also, please, 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 if you have not before, go through the Epicenter Professional Learning to learn the basics, and that will definitely provide you with more information on how to just access everything, what everything means, and pretty much ensure that you'll know how to use Epicenter for you.
Can I add one thing, Brian?
Yes.
Also, if you're really stomped on and you're looking for something and you're not finding your answers, up in the top right corner, can you show them how to use the help center, the question mark?
Help center.
Yeah, you can search for anything you're looking for. If you're, for instance, looking how to how to upload from one entity to another, you can type in any question you have in that search bar, and it will come up with different answers for you, and step by step. It even has videos for you, to show you how to do it.
Yeah,
so you
absolutely.
can always use that question mark. It's always up in the top right corner by your name, and you just type in whatever help you need and it'll come up there, the support.
Yes, that is a great point. So there are a lot of avenues for support. Support Center is a great resource. Like Mrs. Lunsford said, that there's videos, they have so many different questions. Also, you can see here that there is a number to call as well as an email line that you can reach out to, and they will be able to answer a lot of the questions you have. As well, we're a resource as well. So we will answer or be able to answer any questions that you might have specifically for your schools or just in general. So we just want to provide as many resources as we can for you guys to be able to use Epicenter efficiently. So I'll navigate back to the home page. And for anyone who didn't know, this little logo in the top left-hand corner, that is your home page button. So that will always bring you back to this page right here. And it doesn't look like we have any additional questions. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
You went over the overview, the schools. We've pretty much touched on a lot of the things that, like you said, people were a little confused on, and that was uploading. So I think we've touched on pretty much everything.
All right, great. So we don't have any more questions for now. That doesn't mean we won't in the future. So please reach out to either one of us or reach out to the Epicenter support as we just showed, and we'll do our best to help you resolve any issue that you might have. All right, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
we will be looking forward to hearing from you soon. And please, once again, reach out if you have any questions at all.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.